Imagine for a moment you spend 6 to 8 hours in a room not moving just to spend an additional 8 hours in another room to sit down and not move. This is what it's like working from home, and I saw a huge problem with the inability to move. And so one of the first things I did was get a standing desk followed by a desk treadmill. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my experience with buying a treadmill and owning one. This is going to be a pretty interesting story. I got this treadmill about a couple months ago. When it came in the mail, I was very excited and I knew I was not going to return it no matter what. So open up the package and there it was, the treadmill. I went to start it, but it wouldn't start. Checked the cords, everything was on, the red light for the power was working, but the remote didn't have any battery. So I rushed over to Walmart to get the right batteries, came home, tried the remote, everything was good for about 5 seconds. Rather than return the treadmill and spend an additional 2 weeks waiting for a replacement, I decided I was going to try to fix it myself. I opened it up and started tracing where the power was going to just to see if there was a faulty connection or a faulty part. One thing that stood out to me was the magnetic key controlling the device was not working properly. You might not be aware, but these magnetic keys are for an emergency situation in case you need to turn off the treadmill. And when that happens, you're safe. But if it doesn't work, well, you're kind of stuck where you are and it's not going to turn on without the key. As you can see, it doesn't work. So while I ordered a replacement magnetic switch for the PCB board, I literally just shorted out the contact so that the switch was always closed, allowing me to operate the treadmill, but at the cost of having the panel always open when I run the treadmill. So with my temporary solution in place, I was happy and I was just walking like usual. Fast forward a few weeks later, I got the part that I needed, replaced it, and I was good to go. Closed up the treadmill. The same issue from the beginning was still happening. So I reached out to the manufacturer and asked them if they could help me out in trying to identify what the actual problem was, and they delivered. The email read the following: "Hello, thank you for providing the requested photos. Our senior technician informs me that the issue is going to be the connection of the signal wire at the console." Boom, that was it. So pretty much, since this is a review, the treadmill comes with a remote for stop and start and a speed up and a speed down button, and that's about all I use it for. There's a cycle to go through the speed, time, miles, calories, and steps if you want to count all of that. I try to do at least 10,000 steps a day if I can. Every time I get up in the morning, I raise my desk and I start walking. I do high knees, butt kicks, all that good stuff for about 2 hours, and occasionally when I'm doing the low speeds, I grab my book and I start reading. I've noticed that at higher speeds I can't really function properly with a treadmill. Like I'm trying to move the mouse right now and I can't really get the coordination properly. As far as pricing goes, this is going to run you about around $400, but you can't really put a price on health. And I don't know if a treadmill is for everybody. In my region in the Northeast, it snows and it's very cold right now, so rather than go outside and go for long walks, I prefer to stay inside and enjoy this nice weather controlled room and just walk and get my steps in for the day, allowing me to work more efficiently, which I've noticed it does allow me to work efficiently. As far as the benefits go, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, what's easy to say, but I don't know if I can prove or disprove these benefits. But I will say, for me personally, this allows me to get my cardio in a little bit more easier so that I can spend more time with my wife and my son. And that's what health and fitness is all about, is making sure that you are healthy and able to spend time with your loved ones. And this has provided me with that opportunity to do it, especially now that we are stuck inside the house and I can't go a lot of places and I need to watch the baby. So I can hold him and I walk and he likes to rocking back and forth as I'm walking. So that's a benefit, but that's a personal benefit. And yes, but if you enjoyed this video, comment below, let me know what you think. Try to get yourself moving if you are working from home and not already moving, and I will see you in my next video. Oh, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And I have a home gym, so subscribe and watch that video. Yes, so even if you don't work from home, a lot of you still sleep, drive a car while you're sitting, and then you're in the office. So you're still pretty much sitting, just not at home. And yeah, this is a good investment, and I love it.